Alright, hello there guys, welcome back to another Python tutorial. Now it's been a while since I actually did anything on this because I've been working on another project. There'll be a video to come soon on that, or similar to that. But let's go ahead and let's make some updates to this banking simulator. Now, I just want to quickly move myself over to here, because I want you to be able to see the files that have been created and stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so what I've done to begin with, I've gone ahead and changed slightly how the making of an account works. So up in here where we create the user details and save them to the files, we actually want to leave this, and I want to move it down to the bottom here. Now this will become sort of apparent in time, but yeah. So now what we want to do is we want to go back up to the top here. We want to go into here and we want to add another counter. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm used to another language at the moment, so I'm putting semicolons at the end of every line. So now we want to go if counter is less than or equal to 1, then we want to do this. So we want to go user underscore details dot append this here, and that's what we're going to be doing here. Is when the user inputs and picks from the account to create, and then save that account into the directory details, so we know what the default account is, so we can say someone's transferring to them or they're depositing. All the money will go into that default account, unless specified otherwise. So this is going to help us in the later part of these videos, and that theoretically should be it, I believe. We can go ahead and test this. Now we're back with it initiating tests for some reason down here. I can't remember why it does this. I think we have to go up to here and go run. God damn it. Maybe we have to go up to the... No, it's not at the top. There we go. Okay, so now it's working. Alright, so in regards to this, we want to go say Sandman, something, somewhere, and some random phone number. We want to set up 2 accounts. We want savings to be 1, and we want to set that up with an original balance of 500, and we want a streamline to be 3, which we want to set up with a balance of 100. Now that's created the account. Let's go check the details. Alright, so on checking the details, we have an account here. We create an account number 2, which is here. We have our details. We have savings and streamline both saved. Now that's down to, I know what that is, that's fine. We have our account created like usual, and our streamline account created like usual. Now in here, the problem that I had was I don't add to counter. So counter then needs to be plus equals 1, so that it makes it to 2, and it won't change it again, so there'll be no use of this variable again. There's probably easier ways of doing this, but that's the easiest way I found. But yeah, we don't need to test that because I know that that works. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to program in the menu. So we want to remove this open account here, and we want to go menu. So this is going to call this function here, which is going to call up a menu once everything's done, and then at the end of this we also want to put in menu so that it breaks out and goes back to the menu. Another way we could do that possibly is to have this running through a while loop, but we can work on that. No, actually no, we'll do that. Okay, so while true, we want to go for I in menu list, and then we want to go ahead and print I. What we also want to go ahead and do is go user input equals input, which option would you like with a space, and then we want to go ahead and write our if statement. So if user imp, let's go down, dot upper, so that's going to make it an uppercase character. I usually do this all the time with all my menus, and put a capital O in there for open, and that's that part done. Then we want to go elif user input dot upper is equal to L, so that's going to be for load. I want to go ahead in here and put open account, and go into here and put pass, because we don't currently have that function. Then we can go ahead and copy and paste this for the rest of them. So that might look really ugly to begin with, but we can fix that by just doing this. That may be too many, but we can get rid of any that we don't need. Okay, so we've got L, we also want D, we also want A, we also want W, S, and Q. The rest of these are needed, but we'll save one at the end, else, and we want to print please choose another option, and that is going to check for whether none of the options were accessible. And we go ahead and test this now. Alright, so if we go ahead and run this, you'll see we get our menu, which option will we like. Say we want E. E's not on there, so it'll say please choose another option. So we want O. So we got our O, Stan, something, somewhere, and a phone number. How many accounts would I like? 2, a savings, 200, and a stream and a tertiary with 100 because uni students are poor. And then it goes back to the menu. Now I need to do a breakout of this so that it will break a line here, or break a line up here, or up here when they choose a thing. But currently we're just going to do Q. Oh, that's not, I haven't done anything to that yet. I need to make that one quit. But yeah, so that's currently what we got. Alright, so moving us back over now, we can see we created our account, which was number 1 apparently. There it is. Sometimes it takes a bit to load in. Turns out we've still got 2 in there. If user detail, if why is that still coming up? If counter is equal to 1. Let's try that. Okay, so an error that I've realized is this here. Counter needs to be moved up to above this for loop, because this for loop repeats every time I've created an account. And so it's resetting the counter back to 1 after it's been set to 2. So it needs to be outside this for loop here. Now going down to here, I believe there's a function called quit for this, and so we can get 2 functions out of the way. So let's try this now. Now if we go ahead and rerun this, we can then go ahead and go Q, and that quits. Alright, sweet. So that's 2 functions done. We got our open account completely done, and it's going to make our later details more simple via being able to find the file that we want to save to in the details, the default account. That's going to make depositing easier, withdrawing easier, and so on. Display details will be similar to what we did in the last time I made this thing, because we're just showing what's in the details folder pretty much. I believe in there we store, no we don't. Okay, so we'll need to store the account values from both savings and tertiary. but that's not too difficult. But yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Alright, hello there guys. You've obviously made it to the end of the video, so you've obviously enjoyed it or had to watch the whole thing at least. So if you could consider subscribing, that would be a great help to my channel. If you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Like the video to show your support to me so that I know whether you like the content that I'm making. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video.